Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Skillet coming to you from X4 Foundations, and today we are going to start the Split story. We do have our experimental shuttle heading over to Tharik's Ravine, so I believe that's where the first mission takes place. But let us go to Dalbusta and start that
is now
conversation.
System Grand Exchange.
Science laboratory. Right. What's up, guys? Sticky notes. Let's talk.
How's it going?
Oh, psych, the Paranid are at it again.
You might be interested to hear that since that whole unification business, I've been approached by an increasing number of Paranid and non-Paranid negotiators. Their propositions were intriguing, to say the least. You probably already have a good idea where this is going, so let me cut to the chase. To anyone with investments in the war economy, the current diplomatic situation of the realm of the Trinity is looking absolutely dire. Without war, there's low demand for military ships, and without constant production, the economy grinds to a halt. As you know, the Third Pontifex is rather adamant in his diplomatic stance, but since his co-rulers were essentially bullied into agreeing to the status quo, there might be an opportunity to apply some careful pressure. It all depends on finding the right target for all that pent-up Paranid aggression.
Okay. So... Ooh. Now, this is a problem. This is a dilemma. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to have them fight the Protectorate. We might have to pocket this conversation. I've seen the Paranid and Talati go to war before. No idea why. The Patriarchy of the Split is stable, but I'm on the fence about that. I do believe Zyarth is still fragile. Its economy is not really up to par. We haven't the universe hasn't had them long enough, I feel, to be a dominant force. The Argon are beating them, for Pete's sakes. And the Argon, no, I don't want that to start again. I think we're gonna pocket this so we can get the Terran Protectorate. I wonder what's gonna happen once we unify the Split, if that option will change. Yeah, let's pocket this. All right, well, okay. I knew that was going to happen. I did not pay attention or take your guys' comments that have put it into the videos for the storyline for the unification of the Paranid. I did not think that a war would break out, or you could, kind of guide them to a war. That's my bad. I was surprised with this, and I was all like, oh, the Paranid aren't done with me. But it's literally just that. So we just got to pick who we want them to go to war with. I do want to hold that for the Terran Protectorate. I do want them to kind of be the big bad. They do have some really good ships, and they do fly throughout the Commonwealth space. I think that would be a great target. And then we could technically kind of manipulate that economy over there as well. But let's let's start with the split. But before we get into the mission, if you do like the channel, you do like the videos, leave a like. More importantly, leave a comment. I did see the other day that Egosoft said new to X4. And again, we are featured on that page. I'll bet an older video on how to start and things to think about pre 7.0. But hey, we're still there, so woohoo. And you know what? If you learned something, think about throwing up a subscribe. We are a community. We like to help each other. I try to get to as many comments as I can. So join in. Really, like, comment, and a subscribe if you like. But let's talk to Dalbusta. Oh, speaking of images and stuff. So I have the internet connection after Helene here in Western North Carolina is god awful. I try to load into things and it takes like a good 5 minutes. It's annoying. So I'm trying to use those images from the image poll to bring into the merch and everything like that. There is a store. Those new items are a little slower going. I do have one done because I kind of gave up on another one, and it was just the luck of the moment. But those will be coming out soon, so stay
Have you come across
vigilant.
materials for equipment modification yet? Maybe as a reward from some guild mission? If you wish to apply these modifications to one of your ships, I recommend that you search for a workbench. You may be able to find one at the ship dealership of a wharf or shipyard.
And that is true. They do help out.
How's it going?
All right, split connection.
So, here's what I've learned from the Alliance of the Word about the reconnected systems. The outcasts and criminals seek safe haven with the free families, while the proud families organize under the High Patriarch Zyarth. The patriarchal court is quite aloof and too isolated to interfere. A lot of well-connected parties try to influence politics there, and as political outsiders, we won't stand a chance. The free families, however, are a messy bunch. Political structures here are quite obscure, but they also are not as established. Nevertheless, they are a formidable force and can turn the tide for the split. This is why we need to establish better connections there, to learn how to use the political situation for our benefit. It won't be easy. From what I've gathered, most split are not particularly keen on working with outsiders.
Well, and this is what he kind of said in the beginning is why I think the game should be played from base to DLC, because it brings a new story in instead of having all the stories spread out. But I feel like it makes sense to me. It makes sense to do it this way because you have an established universe that is now opened up to another faction, very much like the Boron in that story. Spoiler alert, sorry, if you haven't done it yet. But very much like that. I do believe that's how it's a good progression for the game. But what did you learn about the factions?
The most important event in recent split history was the battle at the Fires of Defeat. With this decisive battle, the Zyarth Patriarchy subdued a coalition of free families. The Patriarchy has already established a court and their own police force within free family space.
Okay. We've played that end of the battle before. And what's your plan?
I'll take a ship to their trade station to learn more about the intricacies of their economy. Bozo will help me work through their data.
I must say, I am quite curious on what can be deduced from reading company registrations and financial movements.
All right, then what am I going to do?
With the reconnection of the gates, there are still some split who are concluding their business here in order to return to their families and culture. In order to learn more about them, you should offer a ship as a means of transport.
Oh. I now realize that... Okay. I made a mistake with the experimental shuttle.
Of course not. I have found one split in particular who, I suspect, is well connected with either the free families or the patriarchy occupation there. He aroused some suspicion. Apparently, he makes the trip regularly under different names, so he could be some sort of smuggler who potentially has ties to the other side. You should help him out in order to learn more about him. Maybe befriend him in order to make him share his connections.
Be careful not to accidentally join his unlawful smuggling operation while transporting him.
That's all I have for you at the moment.
I love Bozo's like non-criminal behavior, but if you play base game, you have to do criminal behavior to be able to get to the headquarters. Irony.
He requests to be transported in an S-size ship. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we might be able to do it this way, and we're not going to have to go very far. So let's go over to, actually, how many people are in the shuttle? We are full. I need to the unassigned guy somewhere else for me real quick. Sapiro. Cutlass. Nope. Nope. Timelines B. Nope. Come on, where can we put you? What don't we? No, they're gonna be full. I just got them. This dragon actually. Aha. No, we'll put him in Marines just to have him. Okay, so let's get to the shuttle now. Boom.
Entering system. Argus Ravine.
Okay.
We've got a lock on his current location.
That was fast.
Transmitting data now.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Let's see, where do we gotta go? I'm sorry, is he in our station? No, he's not.
Entering Argus Ravine 24.
Oh, he's not that far. Yeah, the Talati are, yeah, Matrix 9. Very aggressive Talati we have. Thought that was awfully green. We'll get there in no time. But so based off the last video of the status of the universe and everything, there's a part of a storyline that I have not played at all, and it's part of the Terran storyline.
Entering system. Fires of
So we'll have to do that. So at one point we'll have to be friends with the Terrans. So we'll try to kind of duke it out maybe in the beginning, and then later we will become friends with them. And as we become friends with them, nope.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot.
There you go, autopilot.
Engaged.
And then as we become friends with them, what we'll do is at that point we can have the Trinity attack them, or we can cause that war.
Awaiting orders.
I do believe the space between the two is going to be a good buffer.
Entering
So you'll get
system.
maybe
Matrix number 9.
a few ships here and there go and attack.
Remember, he's kind of fishy, so be on your toes.
Bozo.
Also, we are trying to befriend him, so try not to make him feel uncomfortable.
So I do think that could be a good plan for when we
Docking
add
granted.
the Terrans. And then what I'll do, or what we can do, is we can actually do the Terrans and the Vigor at the same time. It's not gonna change a whole lot for the universe, really.
Experimental shuttle.
Let's see, we gotta go this way. Oh, hello.
Hello. Wonderful. Split, going to meet Ken. Right. Split can humor you with some stories. Ask.
Okay, so on the Zyarth Patriarchy.
Patriarchal split are traditional. Politics follow Tharuk's way. Zyarth, patriarch of all split, unites all lesser patriarchs under his rule.
Okay, what kind of patriarch is Zyarth?
The patriarch is a survivalist, always on the move. He made a name for himself fighting Xenon invaders. The Zyarth family was thriving in the outer reaches. Then Patriarch Ronkar failed to keep the empire together. Zyarth stepped in to prevent the great families from drifting apart. After the gate realignments, he had outlived all his former competitors. And now there is barely a split alive who would remember another patriarch on the throne.
Okay, well, how stable is the patriarchy?
Given how long he has to reign, do not expect him to be gone anytime soon.
By Bozo, don't question the future of what could be his government.
Ask.
Sorry, Dal, sorry. What about the free families?
Outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones, such as the family Takir. It's more of a slum than an economy, really. But some pride themselves on being free from imperial rule.
Well, okay, family Tkur.
The disgraced family responsible for a reactor incident on a shipyard. We still remember our dead every anniversary. May they haunt that cursed family for all eternity.
Okay. Are the families opposed to the patriarchy rule?
Some of the families do not want patriarchal laws in their realm, and local pirates are similarly reluctant to accept proper government.
So this guy bought into the patriarchal propaganda. Be careful. We don't want to alienate him.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Patriarchal presence.
The patriarchy grants all split, outcasts, exiles, and cursed ones a way out of the slums and back to civilization. But to reintegrate the free families back to split society, criminals must be weeded out. Ask.
Okay, on slavery, because we all know that's the one that we were all looking for.
Oh yes, split civilization has long slave tradition. Split not look kindly upon weaklings, be it foreign creatures or own kin. You seem concerned about slaves' fate. Maybe you interested in some news? Argon slaves heard that their home world was reconnected. They grew insurgent, so patriarchy started pushing slave rights to calm them. Of course, that goes against free families.
Oh, okay.
Argon Federation is demanding end to enslavement of Argon, but cannot go into every split household and take their slaves.
I will let that one slide, but just to remind you, your mission was to befriend him.
That's enough. Time to go now.
Okay, well, come on aboard. I should have done this in the Cutlass. You would have had a bed and everything to sit or lay on, and it'd have been great. Wait for him to get on board, and then we will... Oh my gosh, he's just walking. Dude, I left the elevator open for you. Come on up, man. You see that lizard boy drift? Dude, he's fast.
I'm aboard your ship and ready to go.
All right, let's undock. Oh, they have a military presence out here, too. Oh, hello.
This is Sector Security. Split scan now. What you have?
Have I not warned my assistant to not become an accomplice in an unlawful conveyance of goods?
I think you'd better comply. Wait, let your passenger deal with this.
I always thought that was a funny thing.
Lieutenant reporting on behalf of scanned vessel. Captain, this one has some dangerous opinions. No imminent danger, though.
Is he getting off the ship? I don't remember. Gosh, I do love me a rattlesnake, though. Good old rattler.
Entering system. Matrix. Number 9.
Not sure what we're doing in here now. Let's kind of speed this up. Do I get up?
Since you showed interest in
Oh,
split
here we go.
culture, have friend who might talk some sense into you. That reckless split always find trouble. Sending you her contact details.
Well, that was unexpected. Looks like our suspect was scouting newcomers for the Zyarth authorities. Connections to the Zyarth patriarchy won't get us anywhere. The contact he provided, however, definitely belongs to the Free families. I have a possible location for her, but she won't be that easy to actually get hold of.
All right, and that's where we're going to end this today.
Have a look at this. Recently, there have been a number of
This
slaves
is
who
new.
have escaped their former masters.
This isn't the first instance of slave resistance since the gates opened. News of a strong Argon Federation elsewhere has inspired them with some hope. This lot, however, decided to take our split friend hostage. Doing her a favor could earn us the friend we need. Be aware that the Patriarchy police are also looking for this ship.
All right, well, this is where we're going to end it. And we might have to do a little replay of that for the next episode. You know, a little on last week, you know. But if you guys enjoy, think about throwing up a like, subscribe, leave a comment. But I do hope you guys are well, safe, and I hope you enjoy whenever you watch. Morning, afternoon, evening. I'll see you guys again.